नावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। Hari Om. We just began with the first mantra of third only of second adhyaya of Kathopanishad. There was a command from Gurudeva at the beginning of the commentary of this mantra saying that those who are having even the scrappy knowledge of Sanskrit, it is the first line of commentary on the first mantra by Gurudeva, should read Shankaracharya's commentary from Shankaracharya himself. So a command cannot be disobeyed and we cannot go ahead unless we read it from Shankaracharya. We saw a little beginning of this metaphorical, poetic explanation of the mantra, and Gurudeva rightly observed that Shankaracharya, who normally does not indulge into any kind of poetic metaphors, etc., because he is more keen on dry philosophy, suddenly we find him soaked into the rasa of poetry, the kavya rasa. So that is why Gurudeva wants us both not to neglect the philosophy of the explanation of mantra, at the same time enjoy the metaphor that has been used, so that it gets emphasized upon our mind as to what the mantra is saying. The importance of mantra lies in the fact that it describes entire creation. Now the question is, why we need to study the creation? Because to know the Creator, the only way to reach the Creator is through creation, of which we also are a part of that creation. So what we are able to decipher by virtue of our indriyas, that is the only way we can reach to the one who is beyond the indriyas. In other words, you remain in the Maya, use the Maya to transcend the Maya. This is how the Shastra tells us. And that is where Shankaracharya, while beginning the what is called as avatarika of this particular mantra, he uses a word tulavadharanena mulavadharana. Tulavadharanena. By seeing a tree and its flowers, etc., you can gauge where the roots are, how deep they are. This is what is called as a Shabdartha. Tula is a tree which bears cotton fruit, silky cotton fruit, that also we saw. But now let us come to the Lakshanartha of this particular thing. Tula and Moola, these are the two words used here. In fact, the reason, the causus prima of existence or creation of the universe is Ajnana. We all know that. Maya is the creative aspect of Brahman, because of which the creation is existing. What is the difference between Maya and Ajnanam? Maya is at a grosser level for the Samashti. I am not able to see Brahman, and I am sure about it. The reason why I am not able to realize that I am Brahman is because of my existence of Ajnana in this Jiva. So when it comes to Vyashti or one individual, the obstruction is called Ajnana. Now there are so many constituents of this creation, each of them are having Ajnana, so cumulative Ajnana of everybody, it will become Maya. And that is the reason when we speak to our friend, he also says, yeah, I also don't know Brahman. Oh, you also don't know Brahman. And then both of them see a tree and say that it is a tree, it is not a Brahman. So ajnanam that is existing in everyone, the ajnanam which is existing at jiva level is also called tula avidya. And the ajnanam which is samashti ajnanam or maya is called mula avidya. There's a slight difference made by Shastrakar. So tula avidya and mula avidya, one which obstructs the presence or acknowledgement of Brahman at Vyashti or individual level is tula avidya. That which obstructs the presence of or acknowledgement, experience of the Brahman at samashti level is mula avidya. The question here is mula avidya and tula avidya, which one to dispel? And the beauty is, when one is dispelled, the other is automatically dispelled. The moment I transcend my avidya, I simultaneously then and there itself, eka samaya vachchede, even the maya is also transcended. So that means from the avidya, you can know what is the vidya. From tula avadharanena mula avadharanat kriyate. It is possible by observing the universe, origin of the universe. The question is, then we've been seeing the universe and the creation since our childhood, but it has never happened to us. That is because we have not seen it the way we should be seeing it, and that is why the mantra. That is the avatarika given by Shankaracharya. And then if we look at the mantra, and that is why I brought the printout, because we'll go by the word by word. Urdhva mulo avakshakaha eshaha ashwattha sanatanaha. This creation is like a ashwattha tree, which is sanatana. Sanatana, beginningless. Now the question is, Maya, where it is described, it is called beginningless, but it ends. So it is a sanatana, ashwattha. That is the reason why it is ashwattha. It is not there tomorrow if destroyed. Shvaha tha. It cannot be there tomorrow. Its astitva can be completely destroyed, and since that possibility of destruction of this samsara rupi vruksha is there, it is called as ashwattha vruksha, and it has urdhva mula avakshakha. Technical meaning is the branches are down, the trees are up, and Gurudev has said that don't think that it is doing Shirshasana. What it means? See, avak is heena, lower, degraded. That means its branches are always secondary to the roots, because on the roots survive the branches. When the root is not there, the branch cannot be there. In similarly, because the is the root cause of this branches and all that, the root has much higher importance, and it is imperative, if you intend to be not a part of this particular samsara rupi vruksha, it is important that you do not do anything to the shakha. You may pluck a flower, you may pluck a leaf, you may even cut a branch that shall not serve the purpose. The purpose will be served only and only by cutting the roots. And if that is the case, then roots carry enormous importance. So all the focus of the work has to be on the roots, not on any other part of the branch. What it means is, nothing should be done in this world, because this world, whatever we do, is of no consequence to us if you want to get rid of the world. You can't be a part of the problem to solve a problem. And that is why majority of philosophies that came to, religions also for that matter, different set of ideologies, dogmas, religions, all these are nothing else but attempts to negate this samsara rupi vruksha so that you have eternal happiness. Majority of them fell to an extent that even these hatha yoga and other things are even degraded as branches of the tree. Yoga yaga vidhi eneno ye siddhi. The siddhi cannot come by yoga and yaga. That is what Gnaneshwar Maharaj says. What he means is, even if you decide to dry up the trunk of the tree by not giving any water to it, it will become smaller. But the fact remains that moment the water comes back again, water of what Acharya has given in his commentary, we will see that. Again the tree will start flourishing. Another thing is, I shall not plant the tree because that's not my job. The tree has been planted in the form of seed by him. That is why, as Vivekananda says, when did the samsara begin? We have no answer. Why did it begin? We have no answer either. That's why in New York, with open heart, he said that Hindu admits that it is beyond the capacity of him to understand why the creation. Ek Shuddha Shukra Prabuddha Brahmatattva was there. Why did he? Because this is what always comes to the mind. If at all there was no creation, we wouldn't have been a part of a creation. We wouldn't have this problem. No Kathopanishad, no class, no job, no wife, no husband, no relation, nothing. So apparently it looks that it is he who propelled us into the darkness. And can Creator be so unjust that he propels you into the darkness? That doesn't appear to be so. Some of them go a step beyond that, because now what happens? Kutarka starts. Kutarka is an illogical thing. The Kutarka then goes that since it is so much full of pain and discomfort and all that, and you say Lord cannot create this kind of the world, that means one thing is true. Either this world is there or the Lord is there. And the world is there, I am able to see and experience. Lord, I have not seen, that means Lord doesn't exist. What a beautiful logic. It's Kutarka. This question was asked to Vivekananda. Vivekananda beautifully answered. He said that, do you feel hungry? And the gentleman said, yes, I do feel hungry. He said, if you have hunger, it presupposes that there is food. If you have hunger, it presupposes that it has food. If you think of God, it presupposes that He exists. Otherwise, why would you think of God? So look at the logic what he has used. If that is the case, then it becomes imperative on our part to find out that on one hand there is a samsara full of this. So that means he must have created a creation which is not like the one I have. If I am having so much of problem here and it is his creation, that means either I have meddled with the creation or the creation itself cannot be as impure as I think. And since he has nothing to gain or lose, this is what the presumption is. Nishkriya Tattvat Brahma. If that is the case, that means who is the one who thinks that this is being done? He doesn't do. He doesn't not do. He doesn't create, he doesn't destroy. So who creates and who destroys? One, does creation and destruction is really existing or I feel it? Then some of the thought processes go to a very different track and they say that you are all basing this presumption on what you see, what you observe. What is the guarantee that your observation is correct? There was a Western philosopher, he was sitting in a chair, Hegel, and of course he became a big philosopher later on. His basic presumption was, I am sitting in the chair, what is the proof for this? Now for a common stupid person it will be, why you are sitting on a chair, how can you be? No, it's not that. He was saying that, what is the proof? I presume or feel that I am sitting in the chair, but my presumption is right. What is the substantiating proof for that? Can my statement that I am sitting in chair will be sublated by some other condition? I am awake is my presumption. But Rishis tell that you are asleep. In fact, there is a mantra which says that where they are sleeping, he is awake, and where you are awake, he is sleeping. That mantra we know. The question here is, that means the entire assessment of me and this world is made by nothing else but by mind. That means whatever my mind tells me is the ultimate thing. So what is the proof for it? Look at a beautiful sunset happening. There's a river. There's a nice riverside. You've gone there with your wife and you feel it's such a beautiful thing. The sun is setting. Wife is here. Cool breeze is coming. So that means the surrounding, the creation, the world is so beautiful. Now it so happened that there was a small argument between both of them. And the argument resulted into you keep quiet, you keep quiet. Now what happened? The cool breeze disappeared. The setting sun disappeared. There's no point in living life came up in my mind. So what changed? The mind changed. It indicates that world is nothing else but what my mind projects. Then how can I presume that what is projected by mind is the right thing? Unless substantiated by some quantum of proof. One. Second, how can I presume that whatever is projected by mind is the only thing that is existing? Can there be something which cannot be projected by my mind? As Vivekananda said, if an ant decides to think of a lord, how big she will think? Maybe a big chunk of a sugar cane. Why? Limitation of the mind or the brain or the antakarna, whatever she has. So me being on the ladder of evolution, maybe I am at the top of it, but still I may have a limitation of not imagining the way it should be imagined. And if this is the case, then it is important to know what is exactly this world. Is it the same that I presume it to be, or it has some nature which can be substantiated, and that substantiation of the world, what it is the mantra. And that is why the second part of the mantra says, Tadeva Shukram Tad Brahma Tadeva Amrutam Uchyate. The roots of this tree are the Brahman. The creator, who by not creating creates. The very fact that how can there be a creation which is there without creation, it itself indicates the limitation of our antakarana, buddhi or mind. Why? Because my buddhi is subjected to a very simple thing. Air is a creation, there has to be a creator. So no one can come and say that, look, you are existing because of me, but I have not created you. It defies the logic. It doesn't sit into our head simply because this is how my buddhi works. It same thing happened till the time of Shankaracharya. Majority of the people felt that I'm either sleeping or dreaming or awake. And it was perfectly fine because everybody experienced. Shankaracharya came and said that you say you were sleeping. When you get up, you say I was sleeping. So that is a separate state of yours, and right now you are awake, you are a separate state. I was dreaming, now I am awake, you are a separate state, right? So you have indicated three states of yours, right? What is the guarantee that there is no fourth state? This awakeness, awareness, right now I am awake. This could be sleep for somebody. Probability exists or not? When I am dreaming, during the dream, I am in the dream and somebody asks me, are you dreaming? You would say, no, just now the thief has left, I am just chasing him. Why? He is in pratibhasika satta. At that point of time, satyata is whatever is being experienced. You sublated the experience and then you become awake and I was dreaming. Why? There was a sattantara. If that sattantara can happen, then why presume that there are only three states? Again, logically we are trying to see how mind and buddhi can have limited inputs for the knowledge. If this is the case, then the one who understands the causes, the primary cause, is the one who comes to the amrutatvam. Why? Because once you know the roots, you know precisely what is to be done to the roots. So if you destroy the roots, what happens and what remains? The samsara rupi vriksha is gone. What remains? Can't describe. Why? Again, the mind is conditioned to describe in a very limited manner. In fact, it gives a kind of scare or a fear in the mind when you see that there is nobody in the world. We are not accustomed to that imagination. We all say, I want to be a Brahman, Brahman, Brahman. But Brahman is what? Even not, it is not even nothingness. Extremely difficult and very scary. It looks like a very dark black hole where nothing is existing, but black hole also exists. And that is why what it is like is only can be experienced. It cannot be told. It is not possible to ascribe anything to that state from our point of view, because that point of view is totally different. It's exactly, precisely, even that is not a right analogy, but supposing a 3-year-old toddler is sitting in front of Einstein and he has been asked to explain theory of relativity. What would he do? And here, even it is possible that he may try because he may blabber. Even that is not possible in case of something happened. Maximum that can be said is something that happened is not existing in the world. This is the only description that can be given to Atma Anubhava. And that is why first study the samsara and go to Brahman. That is the intention of this mantra. That's why Gurudev was emphasized. We saw Acharya starts as Urdhvamulam yat tad Vishnoho Paramapadam asyeti. The first thing itself is Moolam is nothing but Vishnu. Meaning, what is Vishnu? That which pervades everything is Vishnu. Vishnave Namaha. That which pervades everything is Brahma Tattva. Vishnu as a Saguna Sarupa. But when we see Balaji, when we see Vishnu, when we see Narayana, we should remember one thing: Narayana is a pratika of Brahman, because that which spreads everywhere, that which is Vibhurvyapya is Vishnu. And then he says, Sah ayam avyaktadi sthavaran samsara vruksha urdho mula. That which is avyaktadi and sthavara, that which is yet to come. Why? My dear sir, you are 70, 80, 90-year-old is the life of yours. Right now you are already in 28th Yuga. The 4 yugas make one Manvantara. Kruta, Dwapar, Treta and Kala Yuga make one Manvantara. 71 Manvantara make one Kalpa, of which 7 have passed, of which in 7th 3 have gone. The 28th is going on. This is what is your Kala Parimapana. And here what they are talking? The yugas that are yet to come. The one which is expressed is already on. The roller coaster is going on. But there is something still that is avyaktam. Because like a spider, he can take the entire creation back into a seed form, Bijarupa, and keep it there. That is creative. Dasha Angula Matra. Out of my 10 toes, 1 toe is this creation. That is the Vyapti of Brahman. This is something which we even cannot imagine. Why? Because in 2015, 1.5 billion years ago, 2 black holes collided. And so bad was that till that time we did not know that they can even collide. But they collided. And after collision, the gravitational force and the warping of time and space was disturbed, and the waves were created of gravitation which reached Earth in 2015. We are talking about our known universe, which itself is quite a small universe, whose period itself is as per Manvantara. So many Manvantaras will happen to what has been expressed or Vyakta. I am talking of Avyakta. So Avyakta Sthavarant, whatever has been expressed, Sthavara, right, like stone, etc. and Avyakta, both are Samsara Vruksha Urdhvamulaha. Vrukshasya Varshana. This tree can definitely be destroyed. Vrashana That is how the word Vruksha has come. So that means it can be destroyed. Janma Jara Marana Shokadi Aneka Anarthatmaka Pratikshanam Anyatha Swabhavo Maya Maricha Udaka Gandharva Nagaradivat Drushta Nashta Swarupat. What is this? This is a description given by Acharya of this Vruksha. How is this Vruksha? Janma Marana Shokadi Aneka Anarthatmaka. It is plagued with Janma Marana Shoka. Are we not talking about the cardinal principle of Buddha? Stupid people keep talking Buddhism is separate, Hinduism is separate, this is separate. Vipraha Bahuda Vadanti. Those who are realized, they speak in different languages. The meaning is same. Janma Marana Shokadi. That means this samsara vruksha has classicality of birth, death and shok, sorrow. Janma Marana Shok and Anekanarthatmaka. That arthate iti arthaha. That which is desirable is artha, purushartha. That is why money is desirable, so it is called artha. That which anartha, that which is not desirable. All these things are not desirable. But anarthatmakaha, this samsara itself, what are they trying to say? Don't try to find out anything here. This is anarthatmaka. And we again and again try to do everything here. In that huge samsara, one flat and one apartment. Anarthatmakaha. So, pratikshanam anyatha swabhavo. Every time it is changing. We know Shadvikaras. Asti jayate, vardate, viparimandate. This is constantly happening to everything including me. My body, my sharira, my cells, and some of them have lesser period, some of them have larger period. A dog will be there for 15 years, a donkey will be there for maybe 20 years, and a bigger donkey will be there for about 80 years. It all goes on with a certain set number of years. It is down the line happening. So, that is something constantly. Anyatha swabhavo Maya Maricha Udaka Gandharva Nagaradivat. This is all Maya Maricha, jugglery. Ye Maya Jal hai. Maya Maricha, literal translation is Maya Jal. So that which I am so confident of, what are the Rishis talking about it? Acharya says, it is Maya Jal. And for last 50 years or 80, 60 years, I am so beautifully immersed into it. Maya Amaricha Gandharva Nagari, looking upwards for a beautiful city in the sky, which never exists. So Maya Amaricha Gandharva Nagaradivat Drushta Nashta Sarupat. Then we go and say that बहुत अच्छे थे, पल चले गए. परसों मेरी बात हुई थी. He was so nice to talk to. On the top of it, let the soul rest in peace. Soul is always in peace. What is happening is nothing else. Vyavahara is fine. In a transactional world, this could be okay. You're not supposed to go and laugh there. I know of one Swamiji who has told from his own mouth a story of his another friend. The Swamiji happened to go to Uttarakhand and met his colleague Swami. And when he went there, somebody had died. So they said that he's gone there. So this Swami also went there. When he went there, he was shocked to see that his friend Swami was wailing so bad. He died, everything. So he was a little disturbed. He said, Swami is crying. Okay, fine, not supposed to laugh, but after everything was over, then they left the place. And the moment he came out, he said that enough of it. Chalo, let's go and talk something about Upanishad. That means he did it because it was warranted by the situation. But right then and there itself, he was aware that Jata kaun hai, Ata kaun hai. Our problem is, moment we see our child, they will feel like running 1 kilometer. My child has come, airport, I have gone to see him. See there, the one behind. That is the problem. That doesn't mean when the child comes, you say that what is there? No. Do remember, this is a duty-bound function that is being performed by me. Simultaneously, a lady who is married, she goes to the new house. Right? In the mind, she knows she has to go to the new house, but she is full of memories on the mother's place. Right? She continues to go there. she continues to remember here. How she is able to keep two conditions simultaneously? One is by duty, one is by heart. The mind is here, the heart is there. If this can happen, we can also do the same thing. The heart is with the Lord, the mind is with the child. If we do that, then what Gurudeva is, what Acharya is saying here is Drushtanashta Swarupad Avasanecha Vrukshavat Abhava. Avasanecha, at the end, it is Abhavatmak like Vruksha. Is it not true? Do we remember great grandfather's name? We don't. So it is Vrukshavat Abhavatmaka Kandali Stambhavat Nissaro. Kandali Stambhavat, when the banana tree, when you chop it off, do you need to do anything to the trunk? One which is full, normally green and full of juice and everything, starts immediately drying. Kandali, what? Nissar, the sap goes off. Aneka Shata Pakhanda Buddhi Vikalpas. Aneka Shata Pakhanda. Now, this is where the description has started. Shata Pakhanda, who is Pakhandi? Pakhanda means dogma. The correct translation of Pakhanda is dogma. What happens? Those who observe this tree, those who do not observe and enjoying the tree, we are not talking about them, because they are not the students of Upanishad at all. So for them, what do we say? Pardon them. They do not know what they are doing. Forget about it. We are blessed. That is why we are at Gurudeva's feet. So we are thinking about it. Those who are thinking, then they come out with their own theories about this samsara. For example, Arambhavad. This world had started, I know when. There are some people who say that. Vaisheshikas, they come and say that this world is nothing else but particles and particles and particles. Two particles coming, Dvainyuka, Trainyuka, they coming together, three particles. That is how the world is created. I know it. Vaisheshika. Everybody tries to give a theory. Shatapakhandi, 100 of dogmas are there about this. So there are some who create dogmas. Buddhi Vikalpaspadaha. Buddhi Vikalpa means Kalpana, imagination that has sprung from the Buddhi, intellect. Tattva Jidnyasu Bihi Anardharitam Idam Tattva. Tattva Jidnyasu, one who wants to find out precisely what this world is. What they try to do? They try to do Idam Tattva. Idam Tattva means this. This means this world. What is precisely this world? That is what the Jidnyasus are trying to find about. Tattva Jidnyasu, one who wants to find out the ultimate truth in this world, he tries to give Idam Abhipraya. My opinion is, this world is nothing else. For example, Charvaka came and said that, oh, this world is simple, it is a place for enjoyment. This is an instrument of enjoyment. Khalas. Philosophy is over. Loka Yata. Charvaka philosophy is like this. Sankhya said, no, this is Prakriti. You are Purusha. Prakriti is independent. Purusha is independent. Then who made the Prakriti? I don't know. How Purusha and Prakriti are related? Can't say. So it is like this, there was a blind man and there was a lame man. Lame man had eyes and blind man had legs. So the lame man sat on the blind man's head and both walked. This is the way Purusha and Prakriti walks. Buddhi Vikalpaspada. Again and again, so many dogmas keep coming. Then Vedanta Nirdharita Parabrahma Moola Saro Avidya Kama Karma Avyakta Bija Prabhavo Apara Brahma Vijnana. Now we are talking about amongst the umpteen Shatapakhandis, only who Vedanta Nirdharita Parabrahma Moola Saro. Vedanta has Nirdharita as determined by Vedanta, that is Upanishad. Moola Saro, the gist of the root, Moola Saro. Avidya Kama Karma Avyakta Bija Prabhavo. This is all because of Avidya Kama Karma. Acharya's favorite word. Avidya, that is the reason why we are here. That is the reason why the world is here. Avidya. And then what she does? One is cover the Brahman, and second is Vikshepa Kama Karma. Kama, desire, karma, act on that. What we see in the world? Action. Why do we act? Desire. Why do we desire? Avidya. Avidya Kama Karma. Avidya Kama Karma. Avidya Kama Karma. This is what Samsaranam. Iti Samsaraha. This is how we are moving. We are moving from 1 to 2 to 3 to 1 to 2 to 3. And that is why the operative part is Avidya. The root cause is avidya. Avyakta bija prabhavo. Avyakta bija prabhavo. What is avyakta bija? The Maya. Bija is Maya. Who created all this? Maya created everything. If Maya created everything, then it must be the seed of that tree. So this tree that you see now had a seed once upon a time. That seed was nothing else but avyakta Maya. Because this Maya again, in the seed form, the seed is so small. Do we see a tree in it? No, we don't. So that means that tree which is about to flourish is in avyakta form in the seed. And the seed itself must have come from somewhere. So that means there was a stage when nothing was there, but Mula Maya was there, which then starts appearing. So the first came the seed, then from the seed the tree, from the tree then the branches, then the leaves, then the flowers. That is how the progression has happened. So avyakta bija prabhavo apara brahma vijnana kriya shakti dayatmakaha hiranya garbhankura. What is trying to say? When Maya started appearing in the form of a seed, it had two Shaktis. Which are the Shaktis? Acharya is saying it, the Shaktis are Kriya Shakti Dvayatmakaha, Jnana and Kriya. These are the two Shaktis of Brahma which he lent to the Maya. Take it and do whatever you want to do. Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. Some of them also include Ichha Shakti into it. Ability to desire, ability to understand and ability to act. ये तीन नहीं होता तो क्या बचता? There is nothing that can last because these three form the crux of everything. So that is why even in Lalita Sahasranam we come across Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Sarupini. This Lalita Sahasranam and all that we think it is a Devi Mahatmya. It is a philosophy of a very high order. Lalita itself is what? Lalita is Maya. Lalita is Shakti. Devi Mahatmya, Chandi. What is Chandi? Chandi is the same Shakti that we are discussing. So that means it is what it is. It is like a consort of Brahma, right? Consort of Brahma. That is why it is always said that the Brahman and the consort, they are one and the same. They are not the same. They come together, but they are separate. But because of both of them, the world is created. So it is called Mithuni Kruta, Maithunya Kruta. It is a Maithunya of these two. That is why the Acharya says, then once these two Shaktis are there, there is immediately the sprout from that seed. Now the tree has started from the seed. Seed started under Brahman. Seed came in the Maya Avyakta form. That seed, moment it had two Shaktis, it became Ankura, which is called Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is manifested word. Because how do you know that the tree is forming? The seed starts sprouting. So first sprout is called Hiranyagarbhankura, which is called Prathama Jiva. It is also called, it is the first manifestation, obvious manifestation. Sarva Prani Linga Veda Skandha. And then Sarva Prani Linga Veda Skandha. Whatever has been created, that creation starts becoming Skandha is trunk of the tree. Now the tree has started becoming bigger. The metaphor has already started. Acharya is building upon it. Then he says, how is this tree watered? Trishna Jalavaseko Adbhuta Darpo. Avasechana is to water. Who waters this tree? Trishna. So by the water of desire, this tree starts flourishing. So water here is Trishna. If you want to really reduce the size of the tree, what do? Don't water it. So Trishna Jalavaseko. More you water it, what happens? A smell starts coming. What kind of smell? It says Trishna Jalavaseko Adbhuta Darpo. Adbhuta. Some astonishing smell starts coming. That smell is ego. Moment the tree starts flourishing, more and more water is given. That means more the water, stronger the tree, stronger the darpa. Smell is a normal smell. A strong smell is called darpa, and that is a strong ego. The tree starts emanating a smell that is called ego. Then he says, Buddhi Indriya Vishaya Pravalankurah. Small, small leaves start coming to the tree. The first leaves, small, small. What are the first leaves? Buddhi and Indriya in the tree. Now, if you go back to Sankhya's creation theory, there we will see that there is a Mahat Tattva, then Buddhi, then Ahankara, and then Panchamahabhuta and all that. Panchamahabhuta, Buddhi किसकी बनी हुई है? मन किसका बना हुआ है? Panchamahabhuta, isn't it? If that is the case, that means these are the first small offshoot leaves. They are called as green offshoot or whatever we call it. Small Pravalankurah, Buddhi Indriya Vishaya. Shruti, Smruti, Nyaya, Vidya, Upadesha, Palasho. Which are the big leaves? Shruti, Smruti, Upadesha. That means all the Ekadasha Prasthana or all the Shastra are the big leaves. Right. Now, do remember the size. What is the analogy used? Because it has Lakshanartha into it. What is bigger? The Buddhi is bigger or the Veda is bigger? The Vedas are bigger because they reveal. So those leaves are larger in size, while Buddhi Indriya Vishaya, tender leaves. And tender leaves are always subjected to damage than the grown-up leaves. And then he says, Yajna Dana Tapa Adi Aneka Kriya Supushpaha. The flowers on that trees are Yajna Dana Tapa Kriya. How much flowered the tree is depends upon how much Yajna Dana Tapas at 18th Adhyaya. Never to leave Yajna Dana Tapas. Gurudev has written so much of commentary on it. That means those who are not doing this, how is there a tree? We should not forget one thing, it is not a common tree. Samsara, world, is what my mind thinks. So my Samsara Vriksha is my Samsara Vriksha. It cannot be Pradeep Ji's. Why? The standpoint of Buddhi here is different, Buddhi here is different. Moment his and my tree becomes common, we both are Jivan Mukta. Right now my mind is deciphering the world. In that deciphering of the world, if I feel that it is nice, my Gurudeva, when he went for his study, it was hard condition, harsh conditions. Anandam was not less. Why? Kriya Supushpam, Yajna Tapadanam. I am doing everything for the comfort of my body, but my tree is not blooming. Why? What is required for blooming is not there. The reason being, my tree is smelling badly only because of the desire being always watering the tree. Other than this, there is no Kriya Supushpa. My Kriyas are not, my Kriya is again for desire sake. Yajna Dana Tapasa is without desire. So that means simultaneously the tree will not grow big, yet flower is possible only when Yajna Dana Tapasam is carrying on. Then he says, Sukha Dukkha Vedana Aneka Rasaha. You take Prithvi Tattva is supposed to, the soil has taste. Soil has taste because why? All Panchamahabhutas are into it. That is the reason why you get bitter fruits to some and sweet fruits to some trees. All the trees take rasam from where? From the soil. But create the fruits of the type, different types. Some of them are pungent, some of them are sweet. That means rasam is coming from Panchamahabhuta and then it is manifesting into the fruit. So that is why the fruits here, the rasam that is coming from this tree, and rasam is not only in the fruit. The leaves also taste something, the bark also tastes something. That means it is full of fluid. Gurudev uses this xylem, phloem and cambium word as a lot. This particular fluid that is there, which ultimately gets transported from down below through the system of xylem, phloem right up to the fruit, and then the fruit fructifies and gets the juice into it, and then it tastes in a particular way, a particular taste comes to it. That is nothing else but Sukha Dukkha. Sometimes the bitter fruit comes, Dukkham. Sometimes sweet fruit comes. So it is up to what we have done, again based on past karma. So that is why Sukha Dukkha Vedana Aneka Rasaha Pranya Upajiva Ananta Phalastat. Ananta Phalastat means for the thousands and millions of jivas, to give them the fruit of their karmas, these fruits are there. So a tree will have fruit when something has been done to have the fruit. So what happens to the Gurudeva's tree? The tree itself is not existing, but technically also if we see, there will be no fruit. Why? Because there is no past karma left, right? Second thing is Gurudeva's tree has no smell. Why? No darpa, no ahankara, right? No kriya supushpa. Why? Only supushpas. Why? The kriya is continuously being done, because doing kriya itself is the aim of existence. Only thing is darpa rahita kriya supushpa, ego-less flowering of the plant. Then again Acharya goes further and says, Ananta phalastat trushna salil avaseka prarudha jadikruta drudhabadha mulaha. Trushna salil avaseka, continuous. Trushna means there is a ichha, then trushna, then asha, then apeksha, then pratiksha, and then yachana, which we do everywhere, including in front of God also. We have nothing else. ये दो वो दो, इतना करने के बाद मैं मेरे से आपको कुछ थोड़ा सा दे दूंगा. This stupidity what we do is nothing else but the downhill desire. By constantly desiring, Trishna means unsatiated, thirsty. Thirsty for what? Little more, little more, little more, little more. This, what it does, this little more waters the plant, this tree. And then what happens? The trunk becomes bigger and bigger. And we all know, bigger the trunk, stronger the roots. Stronger the roots, difficult to chop them off, because it will be spread to so many places.